first things first, welcome to Arches National Park. If you haven't already been welcomed, I'd like to be the first one. Did I get anyone? First one to welcome you? Yeah, a couple people? Good. Well, and the other thing is welcome to the fiery furnace. We're gonna be going in there. What? Yeah, I hope everyone's excited. It's a blast in there. We're gonna do some exploring. It's gonna be really great. But before we head in there, I want everyone to look out in the distance. Out there, we've got the La Salle Mountains. We've got the Red Rock out there. On the other side of that is the Windows section of the park. How many people have been over to the Windows? A bunch of people, great. The window is the same thing as an arch, so there's a bunch of arches in that spot. In the valley, we've got our supposedly lush green valley called Salt Valley. And then we've got the very beginnings of the fiery furnace in front of us. Take that in, soak it in, enjoy it, because you're not going to see anything like it for the next couple hours. The fiery furnace is called the fiery furnace because it's wicked hot outside of it. But actually it's kind of shady during the day. And the reason it gets the name the fiery furnace is because in the evening, when the sun sets over from that direction and gets low in the sky, it lights up the rocks. It makes them look even more red than they already are. They kind of glow like coals in a hot fire. We call this a pothole garden. It's a depression in the rock where stuff's growing. That's all it is, right? Plants with different names, right? Some of them are like this one's called a single leaf ash. You might have ash trees at home. This one's called black brush. It's a type of rose bush, and it's a favorite of the bighorn sheep. And this one's called Mormon tea, also known as ephedra, the active ingredient in pseudoephedrine. But there's something else growing here too. The black stuff, yeah. Anyone know what that stuff is?
Cryptobiotic soil.
Whoa, we have another winner. Yeah, that's awesome. Here, stay on the rocks. Okay, yeah. So, this cryptobiotic soil, which she happens to remember the name of, but you don't have to. You can just call it the crust. It's got a bunch of really long names in case you hear them. Cryptogamic soil, cyanobacteria, cryptobiotic soil crust, biological soil crust. It all amounts to a micro community of bacteria, moss, fungus, lichen, algae, stuff like that, living in the sand together. And it serves a really important purpose out in the desert. So we need to know a couple things. One, it's alive, right? So if I step on it, what happens?
It dies.
It dies. Immediately. Now, how old do you think this stuff is? Right on, yeah, 250, 300 years old at the youngest. That's when the black stuff starts to form on top of the bacterias and the mosses that are in the sand. Does anyone see any of that soil crust growing anywhere? Yeah, there's a bunch of it up on this hill slope up here, demonstrating one of its best properties. It helps control erosion. The crust acts like a security blanket. Basically holds the sand grains in. And when we get in there, we're going to see what happens when all these grains of sand start getting together. Everyone feeling pretty good? Adults are encouraged to go as well, yeah. taking a chance to look at things a little bit differently.